showing you guys all of his books, and I think this is going to be interesting for the both of us, for you and for me, because he's always asking me to read some of his books, because as you all know, I'm a huge book girly, but I don't know, I never feel the calling to a lot of his books, so I've never really gotten around to reading them, except for like a few that I've coincidentally read as well. But yeah, today I'm gonna look through all of his books, every single one of them, because I very graciously granted him one little shelf in my bookshelves. I filmed a little clip of it, which you're gonna see now. But yeah, he's got one little spot that he can go all his. But yeah, my boyfriend is a reader, but he reads a lot slower than I do, which is not a problem, it's not a fault, but I'm just saying it takes him ages to get through one book, but you know, it's fine. It's good because I don't think our bookshelf could handle the two of us being super obsessed, quick readers. He also has lately been reading a lot of German because he is Australian and he is trying to learn German for me, to talk with me, and also his uni course is in German, so he's learned German already, but yeah. He's been trying to read more German, but they are pretty popular books, so I think we're gonna be fine. But let's get started into these books. To some I have a bit of a background info, and for others I don't. But yeah, before we get going, a little quick interruption to remind you to please subscribe so you can join that fam. And if you have Goodreads, you can come and be my friend on it. I love getting inspiration from you guys on Goodreads, so link is in the description and you can come and we can be friends and share some book recommendations. So let's go there. I don't think there's any more to be said, and he asked me to show you this book first because he said it is a big recommendation. And the first book is The Essential Tales of H.P. Lovecraft. Now this is a special edition. If I'm not wrong, it's got like a velvety book cover. And yeah, it's just a collection of H.P. Lovecraft's books, tales, stories. I don't know. He read me one, so this one up after him. It is his dad's favourite book. I have to put myself in good graces and read this book, and hopefully I like it. Someone has asked me if I read classics, and they are, to be honest, not in my daily rotation of books. I've not read a classic in quite a while, but I did read some in school. I also read Romeo and Juliet in English, that was a hard one, as a non-English speaker, at that point. But yeah, I read a few German classics, but I don't know, it's kind of been tickling my fancy as of late, so I'm up for good classic recommendations. My boyfriend has a few, so I might be able to pick them up. But yeah, Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights has achieved an almost mythical status as a love story, yet it is also a unique masterpiece of the imagination, an unsettling, transgressive novel about obsession, violence, and death. It begins as a man is forced to shelter a strange, grim house on the Yorkshire moors during a snowstorm. There he discovers the tempestuous events that took place there years before, the intense love between Catherine Earnshaw and the foundling Heathcliff, her betrayal of him, and how his terrible revenge continues to haunt the present. Okay, that actually sounds really good. So he did say I can pick this up after him, so we'll see. Considering he's also reading Harry Potter, I don't think they're gonna be finishing this anytime soon, so I might have to wait a little. And then, like, I slightly feel embarrassed next to my boyfriend when we were like reading together, because he'd be pulling out that shit, and I'm sitting there with my little vampire or fairy born smutty books. He always, I swear to God, I think this is our boyfriend glitch, a boyfriend issue, okay? But he always looks over my shoulder or at my book, at what I'm reading, when there's some kinky stuff happening, okay? Like, I'll be reading Harry Potter, and he comes in and reads it, you know, the one and only time in the entire series someone be kissing. And I'm not even a huge smut book girly, okay? I prefer a little to medium smut, okay? I'm not even fully there, but I told you he's a sophisticated man, okay? This is Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace, and this is sick. I would read this book, but look how small. You need magnifying glasses for this book, and it's got 1,000 pages. It's got 1,000 pages. I just cannot commit to that level. But yeah, it looks super cool, and obviously it is one very, very famous book. So let's read the blurb, because I could not tell you what it's about. One Piece is a vast epic centered on Napoleon's war with Russia, while it expresses Tolstoy's view that history is an inexorable process which man cannot influence. He peoples his great novel with a cast of 500 characters. Damn. Three of these, the artless and delightful Natasha Rostov, the world-weary Prince Andrew Bolkonsky, and the idealistic Pierre Bezukov, illustrate Tolstoy's philosophy in his novel of unquestioned mastery. Okay, 7G Wenji witnesses Red Guards beat her father to death during China's Cultural Revolution. This singular event will shape not only the rest of her life, but also the future of mankind. 4 decades later, Beijing police asked nanotech engineer Wang Miao to infiltrate the secretive cable of her scientists after a spate of inexplicable suicides. Wang's investigation will lead him to a mysterious online game and immerse him in a virtual world ruled by the intraceable and unpredictable interaction of its 3 suns. This is the 3-body problem, and it is the key to everything. The key to the scientist's death, the key to a conspiracy that spans light years, and the key to the extinction level threat humanity now faces. So here you can see the 3 suns. And this is the 3-body problem. I think the 3-body problem is actually a proper physical theorem that basically means that you can't predict the constellation of 3 suns. Don't quote me on this, though. I only watched the show. So yeah, that's really high on my TBR because I loved the show. That being said, we also got The Dark Forest and Deaths and Witcher Book 2 and 3, and I'm not allowed to read the lives because my boyfriend hates when I spoil myself, even though sometimes I need to spoil myself. If there's too much tension in a book, sometimes I'll read the last page of it. Only sometimes. And sometimes I accidentally spoil myself because I look up fan art. Or I just don't click out for like spoiler videos. I don't know. I don't mind a little spoiler though. Okay, and the next one. Oh, right, I'll do this real quick. He also has The Wandering Earth by the same author, which is a short story collection. These stories, including 5 Chinese Galaxy Award winners from a blazingly original ode to planet Earth, its pasts, and its futures. The Leo stories take the reader to the edge of the universe to meet stranger fates than we could have ever imagined. So yeah, collection of short stories. I think he enjoyed this, but didn't love it by any means. But yeah, I've been meaning to get another book from this author because I've seen there are some new ones, so maybe. Okay, then another one he enjoyed and has been wanting me to read forever is Dune by Frank Herbert. And now we've probably all seen the movie at this point with Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya. Even though, to be fair, I haven't been in part 2 yet. But he has really enjoyed this book. And I've been meaning to read it as well. Because I really enjoyed the movie. But once again, it's legit 1,000 pages long. No wonder it takes me years to finish a book anyway. Set on the desert planet Arrakis. Dune is the story of a boy, Paul Atreides, who had become known as Muad'Dib, and of a great family's ambition to bring to fruition humankind's most ancient and unattainable dream, a stunning blend of adventure and mysticism. Yeah, but from what I remember from the movie, is that Paul and his family get sent to this Keel, who spent a year in Point Pleasant, where he saw and experienced many of the strange manifestations personally. That sounds so creepy. I'm not sure if I could read this. But yeah, I feel like my boyfriend didn't enjoy this because I have heard absolutely nothing about this book. So I don't think it would have been that good. It also still sounds like something he'd usually go for, so I don't know. Okay, next one is a book he hated. He hated it. Which is The Mote in God's Eyes by Niven Brunel. Oh, this is a super old book, I think. Look at the writing. It's got that super old, almost typewriter-y font. It doesn't even say what it's about. It says The Mote in God's Eye is the acknowledged masterpiece, an epic novel of mankind's first encounter with alien life that transcends the genre. But there's no blurb, unfortunately, and I can't be bothered looking it up. But if I know my boyfriend, it's something about aliens, but he said this shit, so it's not worth our while, is it? Okay, next up is a book I know is on his TBR, which is J.R. Tolkien again, and it's the Silmarillion. Am I saying this right? The Silmarillion. And I think this is a Before the Lord of the Rings book. Prequel, is that what you say? Okay. The Silmarillion were 3 perfect jewels created by Fiona, most gifted of the High Elves. When the first Dark Lord Morgoth stole the jewels and set them within an iron crown in the impenetrable fortress of Angband, Fëanor and his kindred took up arms against the gods and waged a long and terrible war to recover them. This is the story of the heroism of elves and men in the first age of Middle-earth, the foundations of the world and its peoples before the great events recorded in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I feel like I have never ever heard of this book before. My boyfriend has it. I don't know anything about this book, so don't quote me on any of this, okay? Okay, now a book he did enjoy, I think, which is the Illuminati trilogy. Again, a really say this this didn't sound interesting. This is something of a good movie I'd watch, to be honest. It's kind of funny because my movie and book taste really like worries from each other. My favourite movie genres are end of the world movies. And like every single action or war movie ever done. I can even get behind shark movies. But, and thrillers, crime, shark movies, everything and anything where there's a lot of tension going on. But romance and like funny movies and, you know, those kinds of movies, like it's just not really my thing. Like I enjoy it, yeah, but if I'm on the couch scrolling through Netflix, I'd pick this up as a movie, okay, and not my beloved Elsie's Silver Books as a movie adaptation. So yeah, it's kind of funny, my taste between shows and movies and books, but I would watch this 100%. Will I read it? Looking at the font, probably not. It's once again this super old font. I don't know, can you tell? I'm sorry, I can't really. But yeah, maybe I'll get to it. I just have, the thing is, as I said, my boyfriend really wants me to read his books, but I have so many unread books that I truly 100% want to read, but I always have a really hard time picking up like the books that he got. And I'm not really that interested in, like, can I give it a chance? Probably. Will I like some of these if I give them a chance? Also probably, but I just would love to read the books first. That's, I either got recommended and I like the sound of, or that I picked up myself, you know. But then another sophisticated classic, it's Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, this is a true classic. Maybe I should put this on my classic list. Because we even got like a comic book. He didn't put that in here. I think we got a comic version of this book. Maybe I'll read the comic version. I need to see if it's on Goodreads, and then I can. But yeah, pretty famous book, and I think he really enjoyed it. So it says, Professor Aronnax, his faithful servant Conseil, and the Canadian harpooner Ned Land begin an extremely hazardous voyage to rid the seas of a little-known and terrifying sea monster. However, the monster turns out to be a giant submarine, Nautilus, commanded by the mysterious Captain Nemo, by whom they are soon held captive. So begins not only one of the greatest adventures, but also a true fantastic voyage from the lost city of Atlantis to the South Pole. Now that actually sounds like a book I'd enjoy. And it's fairly short, maybe I can squeeze it in. I'm in a super serious reading slump right now. Because I'm mainly reading my maths textbook right now. I just have no interest in reading right now. It's annoying me, especially sketches and paintings, so I don't know, it's probably something with the Romans. I have no idea, so yeah, I don't think so, okay. Okay, now we got some more popular books that we might have heard of. So first of all, we got Stephen King, Her. In German it's called Sie. It's the German translation. I have actually only ever read one Stephen King book, and not even fully yet, so I have been wanting to read more Stephen King. But this once again doesn't have a stupid little blurb. It's because these old books, right? He got them from the op shop and stuff. No blurb. But this is the Her. I don't know. I think I have watched the movie yet. Does he keep someone captive? Oh yeah, right, he did read me a blurb. He did read me a bit of it. I think there's this guy. That guy perhaps. And he gets captivated by her, or like she picks him up after an accident. I like it. Enlighten me if you know, but yeah. And then we got Salem's Lot. This is the German. No, it's not. Never mind. These are so cute. They're so tiny. little pocket-sized books. But yeah, so he really enjoys Stephen King books as well. Not just random sci-fi books and Roman Empire books no one has ever heard of. So this says Ben Mears has returned to Jerusalem's Lot in the hopes that living in an old mansion along the subject of town law will help him cast out his own devils and provide inspiration for his new book. Sounds like a blood-proof plan, what? But when two young boys venture into the woods and only one comes out alive, Mears begins to realize that there may be something sinister at work, and that his hometown is under siege by forces of darkness far beyond his control. Now, this is a book I probably would have loved to read when I was a bit younger. To be 100% honest with you, I currently kind of need my fluffy romances, my happy romances, and my fairy porn books, because I don't know, I can't read anything more, anything deeper, because my mental health, it's hanging on by a thread, okay? I need uplifting, magical books, you know, and not to be scared. So, scary books currently isn't the vibe, but I've been definitely meaning, but like for years, to pick up one of his Stephen King's, but yeah, it's a bit of mental health thing currently. And then we got a really new one, at least it looks really new, the German version of Die Leiche. I'm guessing that's something like the body in English. It's got this cool hand here. It's cool. Okay, I'm trying to translate this, okay? In a hot summer night, the 12-year-old Gordy and his three friends go into the forests of Maine. Because the body of supposedly the body of a missing young boy out of the neighborhood is supposed to lay there somewhere on the train rails. But soon enough they are going to find out that monsters don't live under your bed or in your closet, but they what? Yeah, he loses his job and then he goes to an undead self-help group. Heaven or help. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I feel like this is a funny book. But yeah, he DNF'd it. Apparently it wasn't that good. Okay, then we got this little bad boy that I've never seen before in my entire life, which is Douglas Adams' Raumschiff Titanic, which means spaceship Titanic. So yeah, they go on a spaceship. I think these are like supposedly funny books, because it says, okay, they find a spaceship and then they got on the spaceship. But this is a huge mistake, because the gigantic spaceship has a lot of very specific English word, I have no idea. Needs repairs, okay. Needs repair. On board Robert is unstable, like physically, like not stable. What? Okay, I cannot translate this. This makes no sense. Makes no sense in my brain. But I think this is a little bit of a joke book. But yeah, let's keep going, okay? I don't know what this is. And the last one is from Philip K. Dick. And it's called You Big. And for once in my life it has a blurb. Yay. It says, Glenn Runsitter is dead. Or is everybody else? Someone died in an explosion orchestrated by Runsitter's business competitors. And indeed, it's the kingly Runsitter whose funeral is scheduled in Des Moines. But in the meantime, his mourning employees are receiving bewildering and sometimes scatological messages from their boss. And the world around them is warping in ways that suggests that their own time is running out, or already has. It's a metaphysical comedy of death and salvation. You also may do with